Luigi Mangione was in court today. Do we have a report, guys? Is that what we have? Or do we have, just put up the first thing?
I put up the headline for you.
Okay, let me see. I'm behind because I was getting the comments, so I'm watching them a little bit delayed. Luigi Mangione pleads not guilty to state murder and other charges in UnitedHealthcare CEO's death. He appears in court over the UnitedHealthcare CEO's death. Now, I don't know if there's video of it. Now, according to the reports, Luigi Mangione had about 24 women in the court's public gallery today in support of him. Do we have that? That is according to ABC News. They are making this man into a star. Look at what, look at he's all dripped out there. I'm just telling you. And then there's a picture of him in court that we have that I want to show to you. That's him walking.
We also have video in court right now.
Yeah, yes. Well, thank you, Nikki. So this is him going to court. Look, people have been talking about it. I'm not just the haircut that he has. Can you put that picture back up? Okay, great. Someone gave him a fade in court. Someone cleaned up his eyebrows. I mean, not in court, in jail. Someone cleaned up his eyebrows. Now, according to the streets and folks who have knowledge of the system, they say that means to them that he is protected there, that someone is doing this. I don't know. You guys let me know about, is there a jail barbershop that one goes to, or do they do it? I guess you can do whatever. You can have some folks there who like you and they'll cut your hair up, but they gave him a low taper fade in jail. Luigi Mangione. Now, this is the picture of him walking in? Do we have video of him walking in? Luigi Mangione walking into court. What is with? I want to listen.
Anything to say?
What is what I gotta say? There's one person who said something you plead the fifth. Who are those reporters, and why are they being so quiet and demure or whatever? I don't mean that. What are they? Because usually I would have been like, Luigi, are you innocent? Luigi, what do you say? Luigi, why did you do it? Luigi, who cut your hair? I'm just saying, I would have been throwing questions out. Am I wrong? They didn't say a word. Luigi, why did you do it? Guys, back that up and play it again. Did you and what happens with you backing it up, right? What is with the long, slow? Why are they walking so slowly, parading this young man out there like that? Do they think this makes them look good? It's like they're milking it for attention. It's so bizarre. I know he's got shackles on, but they can walk faster than that. But I mean, this is like the walk into church with the ushers, the chorus, whether it's one step forward, one step, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, tap. Like, why? What are they doing with this long, slow perp walk? And what are the reporters? It's almost like they're filming a movie. This is so bizarre to me. Right here come the reporters. Luigi, why did you do it? Luigi, what do you say to the family? Luigi, how are you going to plead? Are you going to take the fifth? Wow. Nobody said anything. Except one person said something about the fifth. Someone just said, yes, there's a barber and they can style him up. Okay, thank you. Who was that? Can you put that back up? Why the silence, is Linda Furker? It's weird. Maybe they're just stunned. Don, as a former career correctional officer, yes, they do have a barber and a stylist in a lot of jail systems, says, is that Neek Hawks, like Monique Neek Hawks? What do you guys think about this? Okay, before we do, tell me what you think about it. Now, here we go. Pay close attention. I'm going to be quiet for a long time, okay? This is him in court. It's long. Here it is.
That we get immediate discovery of the New York City Police Department and FBI and federal and state documents. And the second thing I want to make a record of, Your Honor, is I'm very concerned about...
This is Karen Agnifilo. I don't know if you guys remember. If you remember, she has been on this program. We have interviewed her several times, especially towards the beginning of the Don Lemon Show back a couple of months ago. She was also a contributor to the Midas Touch, and her husband is also involved in the Diddy case, the other Agnifilo. Okay? Yeah. I think he's Diddy's attorney. So there you go. Now she is making her plea to the courtroom. We're going to let it play. Here it is.
About my client's right to a fair trial in this case. He's being prejudiced by some statements that are being made by government officials. Like every other defendant, he is entitled to a presumption of innocence. But unfortunately, the way this has been handled so far, his rights are being violated. And as you know, Your Honor, there's a wealth of case law guaranteeing his right to a fair trial. But none of the safeguards have been put in place yet here. In fact, it's just the opposite of what's been happening. He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him. They have conflicting theories in their indictments, and they're literally treating him like he is like some sort of political fodder, like some sort of spectacle. He was on display for everyone to see in the biggest staged perp walk I've ever seen in my career.
Pause.
It was absolutely unnecessary. He's been cooperative.
He's right. I said that. Did you guys see? I said it on social. I said it here. Like, what is that? That perp walk was terrible. And you know what? They deemed that. I remember when I worked in news in the 90s, there was someone who had filed a claim that it was unconstitutional and that it violated the rights of people innocent to proven guilty, and that it was prejudicial. That perp walks were prejudicial, and they had gotten rid of them. Come on, you attorneys, you folks in the law enforcement, you folks in the correctional, tell me, do you guys remember that? When they said that perp walks were prejudicial because it painted the accused who is innocent until proven guilty, it painted them in a negative and guilty light. And I think Miss Agnifilo, Attorney Agnifilo, I think she's right. That it's prejudicial. Now, I mean, walking today into court, see, here's the thing. They do not have to do these walks. There are, they can clear the courtroom, they can clear the hallways, they can go through underground tunnels. There are ways, if they don't want someone to be made, they can whisk them in. Come on, my law enforcement people, my legal people, tell me. It's innocent till proven guilty. Okay, here's Luigi Mangione in court just moments ago, and this is his attorney speaking on his behalf. Here it is.
Law enforcement. He had been in custody for over a week. He waived extradition. He was cooperative at all accounts. There was no reason for the NYPD and everybody to have these big assault rifles that, frankly, I had no idea it was in their arsenal. And to have all of these the press there, the media there. It was like perfectly choreographed. And what was the New York City mayor doing at this press conference? Your Honor, that just made.
She's 100% correct. What was that? She's good. Not everybody would bring that up. Is he gonna? I don't know if he's gonna get off, but jury nullification. This is gonna be an interesting case to watch because I have not seen an accused person have so much support. Nick Hawk says, Don, they're going to make a spectacle. They're making a spectacle of him. They will find themselves with a mistrial if they keep it up. Yes, Kev Z247. That's why I said they think this is good for the case. It's not good for the case. Keep going.
Utterly political, and as Your Honor knows, under Lauro v. Charles, the Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit has held it to be clearly established that the staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I said that there was zero law enforcement.
Did I just say that? Come on, y'all. Didn't I just say that? That's why I do agree with the leadership of the Democratic leadership in Washington. Experience, seniority does matter. I said back in the 90s, I've been in the news since the 90s, and I remember when they outlawed these perp walks because they said they were prejudicial and they were unconstitutional. Can you back that up 10 seconds for me, please? I just said that. I know I have not seen Karen Nifo in court at all. I had not heard any of this. And that is why I've been going on and on about this giant staged perp walk. The other day, I was like, what is this? This is not helping them. Guys, you know, I'm always going to tell you the truth, okay? And just so you know, I am not just some, creator out here, just like your normal creator out here for content. I am a journalist who's been doing this since 1991, 1992. I've been in this business, starting in New York City. I just not like someone who just grew up on the internet and on YouTube by just saying, hey, I'm going to have a show. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm telling you, they are going to create a mistrial, jury nullification. They're may have to change venues. If they change venues, this is going to be a mess. Trust. Let's listen to Karen Nifo again.
Staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when he's dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial. And
Pause. Did she just call out Eric Adams? Did you hear her? Did you hear her? He's trying to distract from his own issues. Hallelujah, Karen Nifo, attorney. Back that up. I want to hear that. Back that up. You're a real fine lawyer. You want to back that tape up. Play it again, Sam. I mean, Andy.
Staged perp walks to the media, unrelated to a legitimate law enforcement objective, is unconstitutional. And I submit there was zero law enforcement objective to do that sort of perp walk. There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. And frankly, Your Honor, the mayor should know more than anyone of the presumption of innocence that he too is afforded when dealing with his own issues. And frankly, I submit that he was just trying to detract from those issues by making a spectacle of Mr. Mangione. And there are consequences to this. He has a right to a fair trial. And I just want to put on the record statements that the mayor made publicly about my client. Nothing saying alleged, for example, and he said, I wanted to send a strong message with the police commissioner that we're leading from the front. I'm not going to just allow him to come into our city. I wanted to look him in the eye and state, you carried out this terrorist act in my city, the city of New York that I love. And he wanted to show symbolism. Your Honor, he's not a symbol. He's somebody who is afforded the right to a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty. And the mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected him that he is talking to and calling this man a terrorist. So, Your Honor, I just want to make a record of this and put everyone on notice that this has to stop. And my client is entitled to a fair trial and the presumption of innocence. And we're going to fight these.
They picked the right one. He picked the right one. He picked the right one, man. Whoever decided, I'm telling you, she is forecasting to the court, to the judge, to everyone. She doesn't believe that her client can get a fair trial, and it is because of she's going to say the state of New York or the city of New York or the mayor of New York and law enforcement, because of the system, because of the man, because of the same system that Luigi is saying that he is fighting against. Could she get him off? I mean, we can't forget, it is on videotape. Innocent to proven guilty. But her strategy of going against the mayor and the police, and the police can't mess with him because he's supported. If they mess with him and try to rough him up, the whole world will know about it. They're in a tough place. And don't you guys like the folks behind bars? Because the folks behind bars, remember, they don't like the system because the system put them where they are. So he's going to be protected. Rudy Red, I don't know if he's going to walk. I don't know if he's going to walk, but this is just the beginning of a long, drawn-out process. But she is coming at this as a very, very smart attorney. That's why I said, do you guys remember? Am I lying? I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? I like to. So Jack Dub says, did she get him off? Don Lemon is an idiot. I didn't say, did she get him off? That's not what I said. I said, is she going to? And then I said, we have to remember that this was on videotape. So cool your jets, Jack Dup. Don't be a duffus, a doofus. Don't be a hater. Every little word. I would like to see someone like just go after every little word that you say, Jack. Let's see Jack Dup. Maybe we should go to see what his comments are. I don't care. I'm just saying. I like the criticism. Go for it. I don't care. But don't be an idiot. Yeah, she's good. She is brilliant. Amanda Belcher, she is, because she's going after the right thing. She's showing how they're going to be prejudicial against her client, and to set up already that she believes that her client cannot get a fair trial in New York because of the very people who are prosecuting him. And then she's got evidence. Then she has evidence. The perp walk that they thought was amazing, how they just escorted her client into the court, all evidence that she's going to play. I love Shirley M says, finally a good Karen. She nailed it. Okay, up on the in the chat, we have a poll. How do you feel about Luigi Mangione? He is evil, plain and simple. Or murder equals wrong, but I understand him. He is innocent until proven guilty. Or I think he's a heroic figure. Where do you guys think it is? A lot of you voted. Keep voting. Upwards of 1,000 folks so far. Murder. So I'm going to say this. He is evil, plain and simple, 15%. I think he's a heroic figure, says 10%. He's innocent until proven guilty, says 32%. Murder equals wrong, but I understand him, says 43%. If you combine those two, really it's murder equals wrong, but I understand him. And he's innocent until proven guilty, says 32%. So folks are giving him the benefit of the doubt in that. So it's very heavily weighted towards this side. Yes, thank you for all the folks who are in the chat saying she's with the Midas Touch. Yes, I mentioned that. We interviewed her from the Midas Touch. Thank you, Stephen Bruno. Luigi is going to be a commissary baller. He's going to have a life supply of honey buns and ramen noodles. Look, I don't mean to make light of, we have to remember that someone did die in this, father of two. However, this is an interesting case. Karen Nifo nailing it. Murder is wrong. Understand. Says, wake up, Ms. Liz. How did you guys vote? Let me know what you think. E.G., love Donna, love you back. Continue on, please, with Karen Nifo. In court with Luigi Mangione just moments ago.
Charges, whether it's in the state or federal, to the fullest extent. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, well, as you know, I have very little control as to what happens outside of this court. But I can guarantee you, as I guarantee every defendant who comes through these doors, that the defendant will receive a fair trial. And we will carefully select a jury if that time comes or when that time comes. But yes, you should expedite discovery.
Your Honor, the discovery in this case is voluminous, to say the least. I have never seen a case with such volume of evidence, aside from the issue of the quality of the evidence. And I suggest to counsel, because we have a discovery portal, but given how much evidence there is against this defendant, it would be smarter if counsel could provide us with a 2 terabyte external drive rather than rely on the crashing of the portal. With respect to statement and identification notice, we will be giving that notice within the next 15 days. We're preparing an ADF. We'll do our best to expedite discovery, but I'll say that with redactions and with the volume of it, we're hoping to do it as best we can under, this is not a usual case in terms of the thousands of hours of video tracking and the like, and the fact that we're not only responsible for discovery in this county, but in Altoona, where the arrest was made and where several officers were involved. And we're in touch with those people, and we're going to get everything counsel's entitled to. As to other issues, I think a 30-day adjournment to see where we're at, and to, of course, counsel's aware of the various notices. We have notices as well. I take it that counsel will abide by the statutory limitations on their notices with respect to any notices they believe to be appropriate. As to counsel's record on the mayor, basically repeating what the mayor said, I don't know how that advances the ball. We will comply with our ethical obligations with respect to trying this defendant's guilt in this courtroom and this courtroom alone. Thank you.
So there you go. We are thrilled to have you as one of our watchers. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button as well. And that way you can be notified about all of our new content. There's plenty of it for you. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop more videos at 2 p.m. Eastern and at 5 p.m. And if you want even more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon Nation, of the Lemon community. Members receive access to special community posts, exclusive content, and live shows. So just head right over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.